Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm finishing up my oat field straw. Didn't get what I thought I would get out of it. Let me turn that off. As you can see, I got a Mazzy baler. Allis 7000 is what I am in. I can't unload what's in there. Okay. Anyhow, we have started a series over. I was on Midwest, as you can see, prior to this. And when it comes to using Mace Plus, you can't really do anything else. Just grass. And I need the alfalfa, the clover, and the idea of, I don't know, baling some corn stalks and bean stalks for straw is not a bad idea either. So, as you can see, I only got 2 bales here. That's why I'm also saying that it's not going to be a bad idea. When we get back to the farm, we'll do an equipment tour. I will show you where I'm going to farm on this map. Those of you, and autosave is always on. I always say every time, I'm going to take that off so it doesn't do that. And yeah. Those of you that are on this map will know that I built on field 26. So, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of corn to harvest. For the most part, at least one field for alfalfa, I will chop that. For at least one field. I may chop some of that field, I don't know. But once I turn in the driveway up to the right, that will be a field. That one right there, I will chop. To put in a bunker. The series, how it's going to go is in spring. I plan on getting cows. Now I may buy some calves. If the calves are at the right price, we'll put some calves in a barn and I'll buy bag food all winter long. You know, skids of that or whatnot. Or the cornfield behind the house, which is the biggest, and that's what I'm going to run with the combine. I will grind that up. So I'll have to get a grinder. As you can tell, it looks like I'm running Allis, and while looks is right, I am running Allis. Pretty much, that's the baling tractor. Not mowing. For the most part, it's Allis and Mazzy is on this farm. I'm toying with getting an Allis 190 XT for in real life. I have one. But I'm debating what I want to use that for. Just because it's only 90 some horsepower. Good square baling tractor. Small equipment plowing and stuff, but that baler definitely needs that tractor to run it. I'm doing bunker style. This is the dump bed one that we just got. I don't use it to haul grain unless I'm probably taking it to somewhere. Just because I can't dump it in my grain system. I have a Wilson bottom unload connected to my Dodge semi that I use. For the most part, it's older equipment. For the most part. The dairy barn I use, well, let's go by barn that around. I got the old Mazzy 35, more or less will be the tedding tractor. A grain auger, I do have one bin that I need to put something in, let's say. The grain auger is sitting at the store. There's a bigger semi-tanker sitting at the store, and that's where I'm going to get the propane for the dryer. I probably first initially this year before winter, I will use that to fill up the herbicide and liquid fertilizer bins. You'll see the smaller truck that I would use after that, because get them full enough to do what I need to do in the wintertime, and then the smaller one I can run on days I need to. And of course, there's my tedder. This is the hay barn. I've got some wrap that's in another barn, and once I get my bobcat here, with the forks and everything, we'll get them moved and put up out of the way. The full one up there, the small one down here. That way. And I'll have some livestock food in here, because I will be raising chickens, so those skids will be in here. I do have hogs. Those skids will be in here. That way, this is just for the livestock. This is a pasture that I'm going to have the yearling cows in. I think with the update, I have not looked, and we'll look here in a second, says that I'm able to get brown Swiss now. If that's the case, that is probably what I'm going to go with maybe a little bit of Holstein for the milk production, but brown Swiss for the most part, because they don't eat as much. That cornfield back there is my big humongous cornfield that I have the combine in. That will go into the grain. The front two ones for the most part will be chopped, maybe finished up with the combine. But this is a pretty nice one. It is an Italy barn. I think it's a tourism kind of barn. But as you can see, it's going to kind of work. This side has cows in it. And this has cows in it. This is where I would feed. I will pull in, go around, come back. I don't know if I would, if I got to get a straw blower, or if the feed thing would put the straws in. But reason I want the straw, and the other reason why I decided to go with this barn, and it's pretty good. I mean, you don't, for a computer, you'll need a pretty good graphic card to let you know, because of the graphics of it. But in the same aspect, I guess if you're not on a computer, most of us will. But anyhow, it has the alley scrapers that we do here in the United States. And I was like, this would work, because you could see it keep scraping it to bring it down to, here. It dumps in there, and on the side, I think right here. I'm thinking here is the silage. Maybe not. The silage, hold on. It's in the back. My bad. Right here. Right here is where I would get the silage. And if you look, and I just saw this, and I didn't, I have a float that tells me how much is there, which I think is great, because in real life, you're only cleaning your barns at least twice a year, maybe once a year in real life. So, yeah, I'm going to do this as real life as I can. That's for the milk pickup, I guess. So let's open this up. Here's the bulk tank, cabinets. Then you come around here, and here is the milking parlor. Once I get the cows, I will show you more of this. But Mod Network has this barn if you want to check it out. And if you're smart enough, you might be able to figure that one out. Um, this barn is that beef barn pack that came in Gain. I sell this, and it's the smaller one. It's 90, and it would be great for calves. Great for calves. Where I only going to keep the bull calves, or keep the heifer calves, sell the bull calves. I may have a bull around in the heifer pen, and maybe a bull in the lactators. But other than that, any bull calves that's in there, I will haul away to sell. This is the shop, if you guys know it. I forget who made it. I really do now. I've had it for a while. But this is the lineup of the semis. This is the small tanker that once everything is full, I will probably use that to get it. And this is my feed truck. Both of these are Ford 9000s. I think I got them on network. It's a pack of Ford 9000 trucks. The feed truck has a scale on the inside, so when you load it, you can see how much is in the bed. This International Freightliner, I should say, here's my slurry truck. Definitely gonna be used once. This truck here, spring and fall, is the only time it will run. And it will make the trip back and forth to town from Tractor Supply, even though it's a farm store, but in the map, it is where you get the seed and all that. And this is Upper Mississippi, so if you're on it, you already know that. It will spread the lime, the fertilizer, when no crop is on the ground because the white tires. It will definitely smash some crops, and I don't want that. But back here, I've got to get the shop equipment bought and put in to make it look a little bit better. But back here is where I'll work on the equipment, in these two bays back here. So, and the farm office is right here. It's connected to the one in the house too, so if I don't want to be out in the shop till late, I can go in the house and the computers are linked and, you know, all that fun jazz. So I'm going to raise some chickens. I'm going to have some chicks, maybe some ducks, but they're back here. That building is something buried in the woods. I've not figured it out. Yeah, the leveling, and I just kind of placed it there, and I'm not going to go that far in the woods. I can cut some of the trees down if I want to, but I think if I do, it would be like real life. I'm not going to be a logger. I'll just cut along the field. I got my 3 bins to fill stuff, plus the commodity shed over there. I will have the brewer's grainage, or whatever that is, beet pulp and stuff. We're going to try to mix real life into this, like, you know, different things. This is the cold storage. Again, for the most part, we're Alice and Mazzy for engine kind of equipment. I'm going to run a Kinsey 8-row planter to go with the 8-row corn head I will have on the combine. There's my fertilizer spreader. I'm going to see how it runs for the fall time spraying. It might be a little too small for some of the fields, but we'll see. I'm going to run this Massey Ferguson to mow hay down with once I have hay. I'm pretty sure this model I'm able to drop the conditioner out if I need to. Alice Chalmers field cultivator. That's going to be how I finalize the clarifying that. The 8030 is my planting tractor. So all it will do is run a planter from both planters. The other tractor I have for tillage could help finish up if I get behind. But my goal is to do a lot of fall tillage, least plowing. Wintertime, do the fertilizer and lime and stuff like you do. And once spring hits, I can run one in front of the other when I plant. Yep, I'm running Allis, so I've got a Gleaner N7. That is my combine. Now, New Holland chopper, that's the only thing I have that's not an AGCO. But I'm here to say, if anyone knows of one, that's an AGCO product, not the Heston one that we have, that we could get already. But if you know of any Mazzy or any, you know, whatever, or something older like this, not a John Deere. I don't want John Deere power. I'll do some John Deere equipment, like pull grain hoppers or planters or whatnot. But if you know something different other than this chopper, leave a comment. I'll entertain it. Especially since I'm running a lot of the AGCO stuff. So any AGCO chopper you know that's out there that I can get a hold of, I'm on a computer. That would be great. Grain hopper is going to be this smaller John Deere. Works out great. It worked out great. These are the two things I got to get to the back barn, like I said. I'm going to run this Great Plains planter. Nah. Sometimes I'm looking at it going, it's an overkill. But you know what? For some of these fields, that would be great. This hopper, I don't know what I'm going to go in, but I am going to have to get an auger for it, even though I've got a grain system I don't need an auger for. But I don't know what I'm going to put in it yet. I know I have some oats I ran, and that's the field I just got done baling. That's sitting in the big grain system. They may go in there to be able to fill whatever I'm going to grind up will go in there, and I still got to get a grinder or mixer, old mixer grinder, and a gravity wagon for that. But that might be what goes in there. These are my chemicals for fertilizer and herbicide. And oh yeah, the hay fields will have a pivot. I know. That will fill with something for the animals in there while I'll just back up to load it. Yeah, the hay fields will run a pivot. We'll see how well it works if I load it with fertilizer, and it pivots in the hay fields. I have a plan, and it's a plan. We'll see if the game's like this. But in real life, if you fertilize every time you bale and push the hay fields, you could almost get at least 3 cuttings on your grass. Maybe not next year in this, because next year I'm just going to be planting the fields after I get the corn, at least one of them when I get the corn off of the field. Hayfield will probably be going in here before the next video. But yeah, that's my plan. Is put a pivot out there, let the pivot around, and I can move it after so many times to see if that helps. I can always run a sprayer in it. I could do it that way, but we're going to see if the pivot works, because irrigated land does do better than land that's not, because it's being the nutrients given to it. So we'll see. Working the plowing tractor is this 8070 Allis. As I said, I'm still plotting with getting one older tractor. I have an Allis 190 XT. I am currently in real life fixing up. I've got a stuck engine on it, trying to get the pistons to free up and go from there. So I may still get that. We're going to raise a little bit of pigs. I debating if I want to do it as a pair. They breed, they have babies, we sell the babies, or just getting market, and then once they're up to weight, let them go, because this is a pen they'll probably grow in, because it's a pig pen. It's not like the cows. I don't know. The cows in that barn there may do the same. And then I'll have 2 trucks. One is for going to town. The other is for staying around the farm, like this one. This old Ford, I can haul gooseneck if I want to. I think I'm going to, when I go to the store, I am going to order me a fuel container to throw in the bed of that during harvest season and planting season, instead of getting a fuel trailer. Pretty much the everyday driver is going to be this F450, 2017, I believe it is. So yeah, that's what we'll go to town the most. And I can get anhydrous. If anyone knows of any smaller anhydrous bars, that would be great, because that will help me put anhydrous on, but I don't have the big humongous equipment to do that. So I think I'm going to call this a video. It's over 20 minutes now. Couple things. I'm plotting this one. If any adult wants to do a server, leave a comment. If you have kids, leave a comment. I have a 15-year-old son. I've been doing a server off and on with him and his friend, and you know, if they can join, that would be great too. It could be kind of like each adult has a farm with kids, and it's like a family affair. We will probably record it and go from there, because as you see, I'm recording now. So if that's an option, leave a message. We can discuss things. I wouldn't mind doing it on this one anyhow for the family one. Or if there's another map out there, we can do it on that too. As long as it has the ability to do the alfalfa and clover, and as long as you want to farm like you would in real life, as best you can with a computer game. So anyhow, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I am going to get in my Allis 8070 and start to get ready to plow field that I'm going to make the hay field out of. That being said, I've made an access road. I didn't come back that way. That goes to the fields over there, because that's, well, a lot of farms have that. Depends on the equipment. I may have to run to the other side like that to get in there. Just depends on the equipment. So, well, I'm glad that you've made it this far in the video. If you have, if you want to see more of Upper Mississippi Valley and, you know, what's to come, that would be a thumbs up or a subscribe. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you want to partake in any of the questions I've asked, leave a message, and we'll go from there. So have an enjoyable rest of your weekend. If you're in my area, the Midwest, Ohio-ish, it's raining. We may not get as much done as I want to. So anyhow, have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy it.